I'd like to introduce you to a concept that's growing in popularity called streaming TV. Cut your cable cord. Turn your everyday living room into the ultimate multimedia center without paying any monthly or annual fees. Change the way you watch TV forever with thousands of add-ons. No cable. This is not cable. No monthly or annual fees, just a one-time fee. What is streaming media? What is streaming TV media player, you say? It combines live global TV with streaming entertainment. Reduce your cable bill or expenses, or eliminate the cable bill by cutting your cord. Most consumers rent movies on demand if they have cable. They have a subscription to Netflix and possibly Amazon, and from time to time, okay, we do Redbox and also utilize gas, as high as gas is, to go to pick up Redbox movies and to return them. Okay, so let's get into some of the highlights of our streaming media system. All right, let's go on over to videos. We're going to click video add-ons. As you can see, we've got quite a few channels that's plugged in here. Now, these are not all the channels that come equipped with the box, but these are just a few that I've activated. And so as you can see, there's a Cartoon HD, there's Cartoon HD Extra, Cartoon World, CBS News Live, and so on and so forth. Genesis, Navi, NBA On Demand, and we'll take a look at a few of them. Okay, so let's go back up. Let's take. I want to really look at Genesis, okay, because this is the system that I've spent the majority of my time for, like the last weekend, and I've found several treasures. Now, the system comes with Genesis comes with a search tool, so you can either search by movie, TV show, or an individual. Okay, so let's do a search, and let's select TV show. Alright, so we'll pick a TV show. Now, coming up as a kid, and I may be telling my age here, but one of my favorite shows I used to watch back in the 70s was called $6 Million Man. Now, with a curiosity, last Saturday I went ahead and I did a search to see if there were episodes of the $6 Million Man on here. Of course, I found them. What was really funny was that a couple of hours later I was talking to a buddy of mine and his wife, and that was one of the questions that she asked me, you know, about the $6 Million Man. So let's take a look. I'll just type in 6 million and we'll see if that comes up with a search, and of course that worked. So so when you click on it, this will bring up all of the seasons of the $6 Million Man. Actually, there were 5 seasons for the $6 Million Man. So we'll click on season number 1. Takes a few seconds to load, and this shows all of the episodes, and it gives a full description of each one. There go Maskatron. Alright, so let's scroll down real quickly and see there's only 13 episodes that were created in that particular season. So let's take a look at one of them to show you the quality of it. And this is an old movie, as you can see, from 1974. Takes a few seconds to load up. Alright, now when you get to the screen, it's going to give you multiple options to you know, as far as servers to go and stream from. So we'll start out with the first one. Now, not every one of these are going to work, but we'll start with the first one. We'll see, and if not, we'll go down the list and we'll find one that will work. All right, the first one didn't work, so let's go to the second one. Okay, second one didn't work. All right, and we'll keep on going. And from time to time, some of these streams are down or overloaded, or it could be blocked from your particular internet provider. This looks like it may be a good stream. Let's give it a few seconds to load up. Normally takes just a few minutes to get going. Or I should say a few seconds to get going. And I've seen some of these selections have maybe one source. I've seen some that has had as many as 150 sources. So, you know, if one doesn't work, we'll definitely find one that does. Let's all right, that one faked us out. And I guess before I should have double checked and found one that will work. Perfect. All right, I think we got a live one. Now, based upon your internet connection, it may do a little buffering. Let's see what we have here. All right, now that's pretty good, guys. That is pretty good. Show from the 70s. Brings back memories. You can't sit there and watch it long, okay? But you guys, once you get your box, you can come back and you can check out these episodes. Let's back out of this, and we're gonna go and grab a movie. And with Genesis, just Genesis alone, I mean, you could be here for almost ever, just watching things. Okay, let's search for a movie. Let's go with something like give me a movie. Give me a movie. What's a good movie choice? Okay. All right, let's go and see about Fast and the Furious 6. Let's see if that's available, which I know it is. All right, these are all of the hits. Okay, so Fast and the Furious 6 came out in 2013. And as you can see, the entire suite is there. We're going to go ahead and click on the first one. All right, and as you can see, a lot of these are in 1080p. We'll just go ahead and click that first one. Takes a few seconds to connect. And by the way, folks, this can be added to pretty much any TV. So if you've got an old TV, you've got a new TV, doesn't matter. It'll work. All right, it's going to go through a slight buffering. My connection is lagging right now. But here we go. Movie in HD. We'll advance it a little bit. Great. HD. Perfect. Alright, let's back out of it, and we're going to look at some of the other features of just Genesis alone. And that's why I said Genesis, you can stay stuck in Genesis for a long time. If you go to the main screen, you click on movies. Now, you can select genre. So if you're an individual that likes, let's say, westerns, we'll scroll down, we'll find westerns. Okay. Right, it'll highlight all the westerns that are in the system. Sorry, give it a few seconds to load up. We've got Dances with Wolves, True Grit, Django, the 2012 version. We've got Wild Wild West with Will Smith, Blazing Saddles, funny movie. We've got Zorro from 1998. We've got Unforgiven, 1992. And when you see next, that means that you've got several more pages of selections of movie titles. And so once again, endless possibilities here. Now, something else I'd like to show you is, we'll go by the languages. All right, let's back out of this. All right, one more screen will be out. All right, let's go with languages. So let's say, for instance, if you wanted to watch a movie in Italian, scroll down, you find a language. That's a language that you speak, or maybe a movie series that you like. Click on Italian, and voila, it shows all of the Italian movies. It even shows some American-made movies that have been converted to Italian, like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly from 1966. Okay? Alright. Alright, one more screen, we're back out of here. Now, this blew me away when I saw this. Okay, box office by year. Alright, starts at 2015, and if you scroll down, it goes all the way to 1966, which, by the way, was a very good year. So we'll click on 1966. And here's just a small selection of the movies that were made in 1966. Wild Angels, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, El Dorado, John Wayne. I mean, it's just endless. And these movies are on demand, no additional fees. Now, I have run across a couple of channels that require a subscription, okay? But that's by choice. That's not by necessity. Everything that you see here, you can access for free, okay? Now, I want to go ahead and go back to the home screen. I want to share with you on how easy it is to customize your screen. I want to go over to System. We're going to go with Appearance. We're going to select Skin, Settings. We're going to do Add-on Shortcut. And let's say, for instance, if you wanted a quick way to get to, let's say, Genesis, well, what we'll do, we'll go ahead and we'll pick Genesis. Okay. So while we at it, we're going to go ahead and set up a couple shows. So Cartoon HD Extra, I'm going to show that one to you next. That's a pretty nifty one. Let's go with CBS News. Since it's basketball season, we're going to go with the NBA on demand. Okay. All right, so let's back out of this. And when you get back to your desktop, and we move over to videos, voila, here are your shortcuts. So let's take a quick look and see what's going on in news today. All right, we want to go ahead and these are pre-recorded ones, okay, interviews, but we're going to go and see what's going on live. All right, now I did have some problems with this one a little earlier, and I know it had a lot to do with my connection. I'm running off of Wi-Fi. It's not hardwired into my device. HD. Prosecutor said that while Broadwell was writing her book in 2011. All right. So let's back out of this. Now the box comes preloaded with probably about 50 or 60 channels, and then there are plenty of resources out there to gather more and more channels. You know, it's endless content. So I mean, this is something that you can study on, and we can research, and we're going to come up with more and more information for you to be able to add on things like live sports. If you like soccer in another country or football in another country, you will have access to that. You know, I mean, just, you know, sports and TV just about everywhere. Now, as far as like ordering, right now we're in pre-launch status. Okay, so if you are interested in picking up a device, we've got two options. $150 will get you the player and the 60 channels, and you can kind of research and find out some additional channels that you like, or you can go with the Super Pack. Now the Super Pack is going to get you a lot of great channels on here, such as Genesis, Cartoon HD, the NBA on demand, and several other channels, NaviX. So I'd encourage you that if you want to get a little bit more for your buck, I would definitely go with the $199 pack. As far as the website, Uh, we've got a couple of marketers on the line that have directed you guys to this webinar. So what would be best to do is to just get with them and find out what their website is if you don't have that information already, and they'll direct you to where to go ahead and get signed up for one of the two packages that we're offering. Folks, it's time to cut the cable cord. We got to start saving a lot of money. If that's something that's in, one of your desires, I would definitely say go ahead and jump on, get the box. The only thing that you need with this is a internet connection. This box is going to get you access to over 100,000 movies and TV shows. You're going to get 500 live global radio stations. You're going to get live worldwide sporting events, and basically TV without commercials. When you look at the replays of episodes such as The Flash and your Empire episodes and what's the other girl, Scandal, when you look at those episodes on demand with our system, you're not going to get the commercials. Now the device is portable, so if you want to move it from room to room, you're more than welcome to. Or if you are a traveling person, when you travel somewhere, most hotels have Wi-Fi. You can definitely tap into their Wi-Fi code, plug up the box to the TV, either with an HDMI or with the other cables, and definitely watch your movies, from the device. You get access to some of the latest movies, as you guys saw. Some of the ones on the list over the weekend. I watched National. The Night at the Museum 3, great movie, high quality. I even went back and I found an episode of Casablanca. Okay, I'm not exactly sure what year. That was like the 30s or 40s when it was made. Well, recently it was redone in 720p HD. I watched maybe about the first 15 minutes of it. I can't wait until get some time in my schedule to finish watching the rest of it. You can see, pretty much all the episodes and seasons of shows that you may miss because you have a busy schedule, and it's Wi-Fi ready. Now we've got a lot of other specs about this particular box that's on the TV. We're going to be around for a while answering some questions. If you have, any questions, go ahead and type it into the chat, and we'll definitely hang around for as long as we need to answer them. Hey. It's definitely time to, for us to cut that cable cord, and the world is going to streaming. Netflix, that's what Netflix is about. So, the future of TV is here. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to open it up now for Q&A.